What's in my modelling bits? Let's have a look. Well, the platform edging I've made out of this thickness of card. That was a box that was around something, packing. And so this is what people used to call cereal packet card. So card, we've got card. You'll see down there bits of polystyrene and other things. I've just talked in a previous video about extending a platform. In order to find 3 pieces to extend the platform with, I've had to go through 2 or 3 bundles of pieces of platform picked up at shows, on the club stands at shows. That's a different make of platform, which includes some of the railings, so might be useful for the railings. So sometimes, well, I just amass things, don't I? But then I've been able to use those. That's a different sort of platform. There's a level crossing. Now, what else is in here? Let's just have a quick look. What I'm looking for really is some fine grit. I've got some weird things in here. Got some copper clad board, which can be used to make sleepers with cross rail joins, a bunch of large radius curves in set track. Down there you'll see a bundle of wire, just random wire. It's fairly thin wire, useful for wiring things up if you can remember where the wire is. And you'll see here blue core, and these a couple of pieces of tubing. So that's a bit of card tubing from something, a bit of robust tubing. That's a bit of water pipe, I think. Another piece of tubing. Who knows what it's for, because it's not been used yet. And that, very useful. Emery cloth. Can you see what it looks like? Looks like road surface already. And in fact, I'm just going to put that on my platform because it might not be far from the finish that you would want. It's a bit fine. It's finer than that. But the colour isn't a bad match. Could it be that they laid a different sort of tarmac on the thing there? It's just a thought. Another thing I just found in those scrap boxes. Right, what's in here? Oh, some trucks. In this, that's liner for what's it? For hanging baskets, hanging basket liner. A very useful material. I think if you can see through there, that when teased out can look like undergrowth. And there's plenty there. One little bag of hanging basket liner. Got plenty of medium in there for some ground cover. What about this? Look at this for a fence or wall. Isn't that a really nice looking fence? But what is it? It's corrugated card stuck onto some backing. A strip of corrugated card, but when coloured nicely from your viewing distance, does make quite a nice fence. While you're on the video, let's just see, because I'm going on a voyage of exploration. That's more card. Why has this been saved? It's because it's a very hardish, thin card of some sort. Oh, model materials, it says. It's rubbish. I'm going to say modelling materials. A bit of plaster in there. All sorts of things from... Oh look, more platform. Oh, with the platform edging already cut and set. I could have stolen it out of there. Could I? that will only be printed onto the card. That surface on this, in this material here, ready cut card kit. And these are some materials that foam, flexible hedging there. Wood chip, I don't know what that's for. It's useful for making a base. But look at that there. That's a corrugated card of some sort that has come off a packet or box. These pizza bases, I've got a few of them. I did scribe some to represent stone sets one time. This was a mat for a kitchen. Bought a piece of that mat, and again it looked like it might be possible. It looks a bit like some sort of checker plate. That's useful on the garden railway. Looks like a bit like some sort of checker plate. So in here, some bits of card, some clear plastic due for windows, no grit things. That's a medium that you put into paint, fill it out. Just having a quick look, remind myself of what's in here. And this material is quite useful when doing, I can't buy this anymore, that's embossed retaining walls. Useful stuff. Oh, that's just some electrical bits. Not much use. That was an automated train system, computer controlled train system card that I thought might be useful. One of my problems is keeping things catalogued well. This is wiring tube. It's useful for railways, for operating points. It's also used in model aircraft for transmitting motion from servos to ailerons and other control surfaces on the plane. But yes, that's some wire in tube. It's plastic tube with length of presumably piano wire in it. And here I come to it. A box full of, that's paste, modelling materials. There's a bag of fine ballast, and this scatter looks like it might be the right scale, size, and approximately the right colour put on there. So I've got a few bags of scatter. So I found something that looks reasonable, some very bright colours there, right up some of my layout with that. Okay, so I found some scatter materials that might help me with my station, my platforms. And just to finish off, a bit more wallpaper paste, some, oh, you see, you pick up all these things. This is a, it says aqua stain. Not sure what it's made for, but it's a dye rather than a paint. Primary yellow. When dry, sand lightly. Apply with a brush or sponge in the direction of the grain. So presumably used for staining wood. Match pot. Very useful, these, when they were available from the shops, these little sample pots of colour. That's a good one, whatever colour that is. That's a sort of brown, and that's another sort of brown. It's called cocoa, that one. There's some scatter that I've presumably used on something. It's a mix. The reason why it's in this tub is that's a mix of bright and dark, different colours, to get a particular shade that I wanted. It might be that it's what I've used on here, which you might have seen on other videos. So there's some scatter there. Let me just pan back a bit. we're at the end of the shed, right? That's where the layout is. Okay, normal level. We're under the layout and right in the back corner, tucked way back under the layout. And here's another box which has got, oh look at this, the hairspray for fixing scatters once they've dried, and then another box with bandage to make plaster bandage out of. That's a plaster bandage. What's that? Well, the mice might have been in here. Don't know what that was. Oh, it might be. It might be. Yeah. Sample of thermo fleece, right? Sheep's wool and recycled polyester insulation. Free sample you get, and a free sample of that gives you enough to play around with. Yeah, I think that might be the mice have been in there. And we've got a few bits of scale scenics materials, tree arbors, scatters, etc. So I'm going to be able to lift this out to search for the right sort of scatter material for my platform. So this is old man in a shed. I'll be 75 this year. So if you think, oh, it's got a lot of stuff, collected over a long period of time and not stored particularly well, and obviously stuff bought in and not used in many cases, and some little bits used. Look, little bits used of this mixed scatter, and that's what's left over and put aside for the next, I don't know, 5-10 years. That's the nature of the game. Don't know how you guys manage. Just use things and then, I don't know. Hope that's an interesting ramble through my bits and pieces. Look at it. Those are materials used in modelling. And only a sample. Just tag it on to the end of the other video. So laid 30 years apart. How old is this layout? Whoa! $40 years apart. Yep, this is built by some guys at Fylde Model Railway Society initially. It's been reconfigured a couple of times, moved a couple of times by me. Yeah, reshaped. But this bit here is basically as they built it. That was laid 40 years ago, possibly even more. And this is what I've just found now. And I think it's a good match. It might be a slightly different company that makes it. Stockport, Jarvis Manufacturing, Stockport. Were they selling this 40 years ago? And this is the stuff that they sold.